Hello everyone and welcome to a new time challenge video. Today we are gonna do the Outback comeback and the name of the zoo is Tanami Roadside Zoo. I think this one is part of the Australia pack. I'm pretty sure about it because basically every animal of the Australia pack is in here and it's an Australian zoo and yeah, it's a really cool little park that you will get in the beginning. But first, the objectives. Have at least 8 different habitat species in the park, have at least 3 different exhibit species in the park, increase the average habitat species overall welfare to 85%, breed 5 new habitat animals, get 1 animal to 5-star rating, earn a yearly profit of $30,000 and earn a yearly shop profit of $6,000. Have at least 1,400 guests in the zoo, achieve an overall zoo rating of a 3.5 out of 5 and increase education rating to 2.5. And you have to do that all within 1 hour and 15 minutes for the easy challenge. Well, those are quite a bit of objectives and actually it was quite easy. This is also a shorter video. I basically didn't cut out anything so you can see everything that I did. First off, I started with increasing the welfare for the animals. Something that is really important in the beginning of this one is that you have to hire enough staff. There is basically no staff. I think there's no mechanic, no vet, nothing. Make sure you hire those and then start increasing the welfare of the animals. Just make sure you use the right foliage, put some enrichment items in there. You have to increase the size for the flamingos. For the flamingo habitat and yeah, they will be all happy. I just slightly increased the entrance price just to get that yearly profit going and yeah, you have 3 animals or 3 different species right now in the zoo. So you have the flamingos, you have the bison and you have the cassowaries in the zoo. So I'm looking for some animals that we can use in this one. I think you combine the ostrich with the bison, but later on I will combine the ostrich with the springbok. There are a couple of these, what are they called, barrels with like radioactive waste. Make sure you delete those before you start building any habitats. They will have a negative impact. It will cost you $1,200 to remove them, so make sure you have enough money going. I think this zoo is pretty yeah, doing pretty well financially in the beginning, so you can just increase the speed and you will earn a lot of money. I put down a lot of donation boxes already just to make sure you will earn some money. Put down some vending machines and some ATMs and then you're all good to go, and then we will start on the first habitat. Of course, I always start off with some staff facilities. Make sure I put them in the right spot, so basically every new habitat that I'm gonna build will be connected to these buildings and I don't have to waste any money on other staff facilities. So make sure you have power, you have water, you have a staff room and you have a keeper hut. And I also put down a I'm not sure, is it that research thing or maybe use a surgery, something like that, and then you are all good to go. I did see that in these scenarios the animals will get sick, and that's probably because of the radioactive waste that you will have here. Maybe the temperature is also a thing. I use some coolers in some of the habitats because yeah, the temperature is just too high in this zoo. And I'm gonna build a habitat for the kangaroos and the koalas in this spot. You can easily combine these animals. There's even a interspecies bonus for them, so that's really nice. Make sure you make sure you use a non-climbable fence. I used a wooden fence here and then made that not climbable for the koalas, otherwise they will escape. Yeah, the kangaroos are really easy to please. They don't need any shelter or whatsoever, so I just threw down some enrichment items, and then after I built this I found out that you can just throw the koalas in there. See, I'm checking the Zoopedia and I can put the koalas in, so I made sure that the fence is not climbable anymore. I just picked up some trees and put them back in here, adopted 2 koalas, and yeah, then you're all good to go. Put down some donation boxes, education stuff, really easy. Yeah, but the education rating is important with this one, so I also put down some speakers that will also help, and I achieved the education rating quite easily. Just make sure in the beginning that you throw down enough education boards, and you should be all right. The only thing that will take some time is to get a 5-star rated animal. That will just take time. Make sure the welfare is all good, and yeah, you will get there. That's no issue. So the work zones, there's no work zone set up. You can see I'm struggling a little bit with that right now. So I split it in half. So I made it like the entrance with the 2 habitats, and then I combined the kangaroo and the flamingo habitat. Both have 1 keeper, 1 mechanic, which is enough for that. That's it. You don't need a keeper for each habitat, and that's what I always do in a franchise zoo, but I have enough money over there. But if you locate the staff facilities in a good way, then you don't need a keeper for each habitat, so you can combine it. Make sure you also put the vending machines in the work zone, really important, and make sure you check the entrance price every now and then. You can see there's a disease going on, so I'm putting some animals into quarantine and trying to find out a heat map to find these barrels. I remember there was something like that in a other scenario that we did in a live stream, but I couldn't find the right heat map. So yeah, maybe if you guys know the right heat map, let me know down in the comments, and also let me know if these videos are helping you out. Yeah, unlocking the new statues for the new DLC that will come out next week. I really hope they do. I know I've been pushing out these videos as quickly as possible. I already recorded everything, so I will push out a video every day, and hopefully it will help you guys out a lot. If you would like to see these kind of videos as well on the other scenarios, please let me know down in the comments. That would really help me out a lot, and I really enjoy these scenarios. I always played these kind of games just for the management part, and basically I changed that a bit when I started playing Planet Zoo. When I started making content, I forgot about the managing, and I just went straight into like Sandbox mode. But I still really enjoy it. I still enjoy management games like NO, and yeah, it's a good time for me. So these springboks get stressed really easily, so I'm changing the fence a little bit. We have a lot of cassowaries in one habitat. They started to fight, so I'm releasing them into the wild, which will increase your conservation rating, which will increase your zoo rating. Very important. To increase your zoo rating, make sure you use marketing, and make sure you release an animal into the wild every now and then you will be all good. See, they are fighting, but one was having a baby, so I had to wait for that. And then once the baby was out, I removed the mother. I know I'm a horrible person, but yeah, it's all about the game, right? So right now we already put in 4 new habitat species. We only need 1 more, so I'm gonna put the dingoes into this habitat, and that will be enough for this scenario. Actually, the dingoes, again, really easy animal. You don't need a lot of things. There's not a lot to do for them. Again, I put 2 habitats in 1 work zone, and that's it. So I'm waiting right now for the dingoes to arrive. Then I put down this beautiful little blueprint, and I made like a little area for these for these exhibit buildings. It's really easy, actually. I didn't have any struggles with money or whatsoever. So maybe we will start this scenario again, maybe on medium mode or hard mode, whatever you want. If you would like to see that, also let me know down in the comments. Yeah, just leave a comment. Basically, that's what I'm asking. So I'm putting down the exhibit animals. I'm putting them in there. Make sure it's set up in a work zone. Make sure they have the right temperature, right humidity. Put out some donation boxes. Education. I think by now the education rating was already good. I'm putting all the desert animals in there. I don't know. I thought it would fit. I didn't want to have like a tropical plant in there. That's still. I sometimes I still think about how things are looking, which I shouldn't do in these scenarios. But yeah, I can't help myself sometimes. I'm sorry. Actually, I put an extra animal in there. You only need 3, I think. And I'm putting 4 in. That's what I do. And we will get in some extra money. We will get some extra guests because of this. Put down a lot of bins, donation boxes. I'm trying to make a nice little square right here, because from now on I just have to wait and just make sure that I increase the welfare and guest happiness, and we will get enough guests in our zoo. Let's see, what am I doing right now? Oh yeah, the bisons will get stressed, so I also changed the fencing over there, just to have some just have a couple of windows instead of like an entire fence. That will help for the stress for these animals. Using a lot of education, speakers, boards, whatever you can think of. Make sure you use it to increase the education rating. I think education rating is one of the most difficult things in this game, in my opinion at least. Yeah, put down some marketing to get that zoo rating up. Put down some toilets to get that shop income. Then I will put down some shops, because we need shop income. $6,000 a month, which is a lot. But luckily this map is, yeah, it's like very high temperature, so I guess the guests are very thirsty, so I use a lot of vending machines and stuff like that. Just to make sure, I put a loan, or I took a loan in the final year, just to get that yearly profit up. I don't think it was actually necessary. I could only take a loan of like 10k, and I think I got a profit of like 80k, which was more than enough. Some extra shops just to get that profit up, and you can see we are almost there right now. And there you go, that was it. So I want to thank you all for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel so you won't miss out on anything new, and I will see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.